So Lean Startup is one of these things that starts us in a niche area, in this case the world of the internet startup, moves into mainstream business. So it goes from being a little niche activity to the cover page story of Harvard Business Review as its journey into the mainstream. And what's important is what motivated Eric Ries to drive forward this movement. His motivation is to reduce waste. He sees all around the world there are startup businesses and corporate ventures and corporate initiatives where money is pumped into it, people work all night and all weekend, and great amounts of energy are thrown into doing something that the world does not want. And he has dedicated his life, or this stage of his life, to helping everybody understand how to reduce that waste. And as much as anything, Lean Startup is a movement and a tool to reduce the waste of creating something that nobody wants. So there's a fantastic book. If you've not read it, I recommend it to you. And my next slide actually describes the whole book on one slide. Now this has a good side to it and a bad side to it. We all know what those two are going to be. But it's useful to bring out some of the core thinking behind the book. So his principle is you start off with a leap of faith assumption. A lot of innovation starts with a leap of faith assumption. And he then says, get on and build it. Build, and this is some of the language that's moving into the mainstream business world, build a minimum viable product, measure its performance in the market. When you've got the measurements and made some sense of those measurements, learn from that and build a better one. And that is one of the core principles of Lean Startup. Here is my favorite minimum viable product, and it is this. Nick Swinmurn had a leap of faith assumption. So Zappos is a shoe retailer, an online shoe retailer. He had a leap of faith assumption in 1998. And what was the leap of faith assumption? Any? Will people buy shoes online? And what did everybody tell him? You have got to be out of your mind. So he decided to build a minimum viable product. And what he did was he went round to the local shoe store with his camera and photographed all the stock. He put the photographs of the local shoe store's stock on his website. And when somebody put an order online to buy the shoes, he would walk around to the shoe shop, buy the shoes, package them up, and send them out to his customer. The purpose of the minimum viable product is to make learning. And he learned what was needed. First of all, he learned, is it possible to sell shoes online? And what was very clever about what he did was he wasn't asking anybody. He was only learning from the people who were actually showed a propensity to buy shoes online.